The US Justice Department says it's recovered most of the ransom paid by Colonial Pipeline when it was hit by a cyber attack last month.
Long lines outside gas stations up and down the East Coast, a consequence of a hack on Colonial Pipeline, the operator of the largest gasoline pipeline in the United States. The Russian cyber criminals called themselves DarkSide and used a ransomware attack to gain access to Colonial's data and then demanded 75 bitcoins to release it, about $4.4 million. The company ended up paying, and investigators have recovered a large part of the ransom, about 64 bitcoins worth.
Based on our investigation into DarkSide and incredible work with other U.S. government partners, we identified a virtual currency wallet that the DarkSide actors used to collect a payment from a victim. Using law enforcement authorities, victim funds were seized from that wallet, preventing DarkSide actors from using them.
Cyber attacks are on the rise. Just a few days ago, the world's largest meat packers, JBS, fell victim to a ransomware attack. The company was forced to shut down meat factories in North America and Australia. According to cyber intelligence company Group IB, in 2020, the number of ransomware attacks increased by 150% compared to the previous year. A new record is expected this year.
Well, let's discuss this further with Isabel Skierka, who is a cybersecurity specialist at the European School for Management and Technology. Thanks for joining us. So the fact that, in this case, investigators did manage to recover these Bitcoin, that's a big deal for the fight against ransomware, isn't it?
Yes, it is indeed a big deal. I think it will send a signal to other ransomware cybercrime groups, and we can declare this a success for U.S. investigators. The U.S. investigators, the FBI, seized the Bitcoins from a wallet of the DarkSide ransomware group, which was responsible for this ransomware attack on Colonial. And the wallet is basically a piece of software that you can use to manage Bitcoins, and also provides an anonymous address from which to send and receive Bitcoin. So the FBI was able to trace these addresses, this wallet, through a maze of 23 different electronic cryptocurrency accounts, which belong to that group. And so in that sense, it will send a clear signal, but we can also see that the Biden administration has really put this issue of ransomware as a top priority onto the US political agenda.
The FBI has been busy, hasn't it? We've also been hearing about the sting by authorities worldwide who managed to trick criminals into using an FBI-run messaging app. Are we getting better at tackling criminals online?
Yes, so the other operation that you also briefly mentioned, the operation of the FBI and the Australian Federal Police Forces running this encrypted and allegedly secure app called ANOM, it is spectacular. It is a different kind of operation against cybercrime. So I think what we can see is cybercrime is becoming an increasingly a huge challenge, actually, for our economy. It's going to cost around $10.5 trillion annually by 2025, according to estimates. And so in that sense, law enforcement agencies really need to step up their game. It's kind of like a cat and mouse game, because criminals become more sophisticated. So law enforcement agencies need to become more sophisticated too, to keep up. And the operations that we have seen today are just two examples. Actually, there have been other examples in recent years of countries, law enforcement agencies cooperating around the world, also coordinated through international bodies like Europol or Interpol, to take down dark web marketplaces that sell illegal goods like drugs, or also to disrupt cybercrime services such as the Emotet botnet takedown in the beginning of this year, actually. So we can see that law enforcement is getting better, but of course, cyber criminals will probably also become more sophisticated. So this is not the end.
Cat and mouse, like you say. Isabel Skierka from the European School for Management and Technology. Thanks a lot for your time.
Thank you.